Okay, so we're switching things up a bit. I think I'm going to go ahead and start up, fire up the game. It has something playing in the background. I'm not sure how well that's gonna. Hopefully, it's gonna make good for good background music for this. Okay. So, I have something typed up basically. That's going to be a basically summary of what I currently think would happen with Melody between Dragon Age Origins, the end of Dragon Age Origins, at the beginning of the Witch Hunt DLC. Some of this I may have already covered a little bit at the end of the last stream, but I really kind of just fleshed it out in the 24 or so hours since then. And I may have to retcon a few things either from this summary or from what we actually see in the game to make everything line up properly, lore-wise. I think this is a pretty good outline. It's in bullet points with 5 different little notes in a text file. I set up for myself. So excuse me that I'm kind of it sounds like I'm reading from a script because I kind of am. So I'll try to enunciate and not rush through it too much. So over the course of the next several weeks, Melody befriends Queen Honora, becoming one of her closest friends and advisors. Honora very much enjoys the state of their relationship, with its clear romantic boundaries, the lack of real political ambition on Melody's part, along with often needed stress relieving benefits. She also trusts Melody more than anyone else she could consider to provide her with an heir, considering that Melody will allow her the freedom to raise her child or children as she pleases, with no strings attached. I kind of felt that was fairly in line with Honora's characterization. Especially since, you know, it's said in the epilogue that, like, she doesn't really seek out a new proper husband or anything like that. So I think that for her, like, any other partner would represent a lot of, like, political entanglements and motivations and what have you, whereas Melody just kind of thinks she's hot and you know, they enjoy each other's company. And sort of enjoys the idea of knocking up a queen, but, you know, I guess the general idea, as ridiculous as it sounds, is that Honora would rather have a partner who is like that. I don't know what else to say it than someone who, you know, has other motives that they may be concealing, whereas Melody's motives are completely front and center and honest, and she can trust that there's nothing more to it than that. So a few days after the celebration, Melody noticed a raven flying out through a window of her bedroom as she came inside. She saw a letter left on her desk It turned out to be from Morgan, offering a final goodbye along with her blessing and encouragement to live a happy life with Liliana and not to worry about her or the child. We ended up, Mel surprised herself with how much the message made her cry. And, like, not quite understanding her own feelings in the moment. And Liliana happens to come in and comfort her in that moment of vulnerability. The Grey Wardens consider investigating how Melody could have possibly survived slaying the Archdemon. The assumption made by many is that Riordan was actually the one who killed it, especially since a lot of people, may have witnessed him, riding on top of it. I'm not sure how well they could have seen that from their vantage point, but, at the very least, they saw him jump on top of the Archdemon before it rode off into the sky, and that it was kind of moving very sporadically after that, as he tore into its spine. I still don't quite get how the Archdemon survived that, but I guess it was meant to be a badass moment for Riordan, the character who we barely knew, but made a relatively decent impact in the short time he was on screen. Especially with the badass way he starts to deal with the Archdemon. So there's a lot of skepticism on the Warden's part as to whether or not we actually slew the Archdemon, or Archdemon, or however the hell it's pronounced. Let's call the whole thing out. They question Alistair, but only get vague and suspect answers. Though Alistair does stand very firmly by the fact that we are the ones who slew the Archdemon, and that he witnessed it happen firsthand. Their doubts aside and suspicions aside, they ultimately decide to just let the matter go because our political position was advantageous to their order. Even though we personally don't care much about the political position, other than we care more about sex positions than political positions. All we care about in terms of politics is a handful of things that we want to, set right, and we've already set right the situation, mostly right anyway. The situation with the Dalish elves, which is one of the primary things, and she wanted to make sure that Honora was the right woman for the job, but particularly with regard to her morality. And it felt, at least the impression that Melody has gotten, is that Honora does have a fairly kind heart, even if she can be very pragmatic at times. But after spending so much time with Morgan, pragmatism seems maybe not always such a bad thing. Though our opinion might change once we see what happened with the city elves. Once we hear about what happened. I might go ahead and make it semi-canonical that we were already... Well, okay, we'll get to that. Liliana becomes both a frequent entertainer at court dinners and parties, as well as the official spiritual advisor to Queen Honora. While she and Melody have spoken of the possibility of having children together, she feels that she would rather wait before committing to such a life-changing decision. So we stay in the dinner room for a few months, advising the Queen, properly dating Liliana for a while, and working to solidify relations with the Dalish elves and Grey Wardens, kind of a semi-ambassador. But we become increasingly restless, longing for the days when we got to go on adventures, exploring for relative with our allies. But just as much, if not more than that, we are looking back and reflecting on the time we spent with Morgan and kind of realizing that perhaps our love for Morgan was actually the strongest of all our partners, even if we felt that we and Liliana were more compatible because of our shared morality. Um, and we start to actually appreciate Morgan's rougher edges, and I guess the general fact that I have is come up with is that Liliana is a little too perfect for us, and just perfect in general, and again, I go back to the idea that, like, Morgan kind of, we feel so strongly, we've always felt so strongly, increasingly strongly, about the idea that Morgan actually needs us to help her, to kind of, not to fix her, but to, help help her, in some ways to save her from herself, but really to kind of just prevent her from lapsing back into the ways her mother taught her. To know that there's more to the world than just the lessons she learned from her mother. That there is good in the world, and that it's worth fighting for, etc., etc., etc. So we speak to Liliana first and foremost, and she is surprisingly understanding, and in fact, in some ways, has some enthusiastic support for the venture, because again, she loves love stories, and she loves love stories where people are transformed by love, and Liliana regrets that she could not really provide that story as much for Melody, because I mean, her arc is more or less, in some ways, self-doubt for a moment in the middle, and then realizing that she's okay the way she is. And maybe she's adjusted in some other ways, but and changed in some other ways, but it's she's kind of mostly the same. Like, maybe maybe some sense, embracing the idea that she can still, like, embrace her. She doesn't have to shun her past to embrace her future or something like that. Anyway, and of course we promise to continue corresponding with her and to return to her if things just kind of don't work out for whatever reason. Next we asked for the support of the Queen, and since she'd already discovered that her own pregnancy, and not that it necessarily would have mattered, because it would take her a lot longer to find another suitor just as to met her conditions. But that helped the Queen, helped Nora be, like, a little more comfortable with letting her princess consort leave to seek out her old flame. And she may have offered us some degree of resources to track down Morgan's whereabouts. We'll see how well that clicks with what we learned from the beginning of this DLC. It's been a while since I played it, so again, I don't know if this is the best bridge I could come up with to the events of Witch Hunt. I can't remember how much time is canonically supposed to have passed between the end of Origins and the beginning of Witch Hunt. I don't really remember Morgan showing that she was pregnant in the Witch Hunt DLC. So that would indicate one of two things: that either she's not at the point of showing, she's already given birth and the child is elsewhere during these events, or they just didn't bother to create a pregnant version of her model for the DLC. Because my idea requires there be a few months between Dragon Age Origins and Witch Hunt. So we'll see how well the presentation of a DLC syncs with our ideas. Because otherwise we'll have to tweak some things from what we come up with, or just tweak some things in what we saw and say, oh no, that's not. This is just more of a representation of what happened than it is a presentation, because it got some of the details wrong based on our own personal headcanon and lore. Another thing I just want to talk about briefly is how much I kind of loved the moment where we got to where we spoke to Morgan about her plan, because I definitely remember it very clearly. I already had the idea planned out that Melody was going to accept, but the actor part of my brain just kind of checked in during the moment. I started thinking about how we actually feel about what Morgan is asking us to do, and what Morgan is saying that she's going to be doing. Because effectively Morgan is backing us into a corner where we effectively have no choice but to do what she wants. Because it's a choice between losing her right away and not having any of her support during the final battle. Or doing something with her that we very much want to do, given all of the circumstances. The fact that it's going to ensure that we'll live if we survive the battle at all. It's going to give us a chance of living, or at least a higher chance of living, because there's a lot of factors involved, I guess. Whether or not we even make it to the Archdemon, whether or not we even survive the encounter at all, for someone to deal a killing blow, whether one of the other two Grey Wardens present in the battle, Alistair or what's his nose? I just had his name on the screen, but I switched over to the screen. So, that dude. And then our when we actually fought the Archdemon, we clearly had a 50-50 chance. That either ourselves or Alistair was going to deal the killing blow. Not that we knew that at the beginning, but and then we had to sacrifice whoever it was, and if it was Alistair, we'd be very sad about it, because as much as we tease him, we do genuinely care about him as a friend, as a brother. As a younger brother who we tease relentlessly. That's definitely the vibe I went for with my roleplay. Even if I'm just now thinking yeah, that's it wasn't what I was going for explicitly, but now that I look back at it, that was kind of what I was going for. But yeah, like, there's only like one of the three people who could potentially kill the Archdemon who we would not necessarily mourn over. So that's like a 66% chance that we're either going to die or one of our closest friends is going to die. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's like the first factor. It's probably the least of the factors that went into our choice, but at least in some regards. But fairly obviously, we don't want to die. We don't want to have risk anyone close to us die. Then there's the fact that we had to make love, which especially in this moment where Morgan is actually kind of laying at least some of her feelings for us bare. That is just going to be amazing. So yeah, and that the fact that like she's pretty much, or at least from the way she speaks of it, she's guaranteed to become pregnant. Like, okay, cool. Like, it is kind of been our dream to build a family, or to at least pass on our genes in some ways. I mean, if that's not clear from our relationship with Dora, to have a living legacy of some kind. So that's cool. But then she's just going to leave us and take the child with her. That's kind of that's where we go like, yeah. But then she's gonna leave us anyway, so and again not be available to us in the final battle, and so it's just kind of a loop of like, okay, she's gonna leave us either way. It's a matter of when, and we get to do a bunch of things that we want to do with her between now and the final battle, but then she's still gonna leave, and she could have just told us about all of this from the very beginning, and she didn't. She didn't trust us with this information. So like, we have a lot of marbling emotions, emotional marbling going on. We have lots of emotions happening all at once, and we're trying to sort them all out, but like, what we realize in the end is that we really don't have a choice, and that kind of sucks, because we would have chosen this anyway, aside from losing Morgan. But at the end, we're like, okay, like we have Liliana, we kind of have Nora, although that's kind of up in the air a little bit, whether she'll go through with it, one, and whether or not like anything will actually come up with a relationship, beyond just something symbolic. But yeah, like we thought that like we would be satisfied with at the very least just Liliana, and we were kind of for a time, but then we don't know what we had until it's gone with Morgan. And we're not even really thinking right now of the idea of trying to bring her back with us. Like, we understand on some level that that's not an option. And that might not even be something that we really want, because again, we were becoming kind of restless from just living a very comfortable life in a castle with nothing to do but occasionally some diplomatic duties that would sometimes take us places, but like it was hardly exciting, and we couldn't really even take Liliana with us. So like, our dream right now, our intention is that we're going to, if we can find Morgan, we're going to do whatever we can to persuade her to just take us with her. Wherever you're going, I'm coming with. Like, sure, you're leaving alone, and I'm coming with you. So yeah, let's actually go to the gameplay screen while we still have time. Like, I spent like about 40 minutes just rambling about the my roleplay. So which one's at the top? So let's talk about what these other things are for people who don't know, and to explain why I don't intend to do them. Darkspawn Chronicles is a is a special campaign where you play as a Darkspawn during the final battle, and your goal is to. It might even be a party of Darkspawn, actually, if I remember correctly. So you are a party of Darkspawn. Should be. And your goal is to kill every single one of the party members from the base game. I'm not sure if it includes a Shale, since they or she was a DLC character. Pretty much, I think the first, maybe the first. I don't know where this came out relative to Mass Effect 2. Like, technically, Shale is a better DLC character than either Kasumi or what's his face? Zaid. Okay. It starts with a Z. Zaid. Okay. Where I like Kasumi better. I may even kind of like Zaid better as a character, because Shale is kind of very monotone, and I don't know. And I just like the female squad better than bringing Shale along. And I think for her own character, like, Shale just had a personality that wasn't very compatible with Melody's. More easygoing, positively minded, optimistic, altruistic mindset, people pleasing, I guess, to some extent. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. That's in our Star Chronicles. Liliana's Song is a prequel that fleshes out Liliana's backstory in Orlais, with Marjolaine, I think, and that whole story. Since we already had it kind of summarized for us in game, I feel like I don't really feel particularly compelled to replay it. Golems of Amarak, I remember nothing about. I remember even less about Amarak than Dragon Age Awakening. So at the very least, it is a forgettable DLC. Also, funny story. The Return to Ostagar DLC has its own category on YouTube for some reason. Witch Hunt does not. I don't think the Darkspawn Chronicles or Liliana does. I don't think any of the other campaigns do, aside from Awakening. And like, these are much more like a standalone experience than the integrated DLC. Why are you even categorizing the integrated DLC as its own game category? Like, what are you doing? Anyway, if I could put Witch Hunt as a category, I would, because this is its own thing. I'll just settle for having it be the title. Also, Awakening, if we were to play it, I probably would end up. I'd play it if I knew for sure that I could import the save without importing the Warden. Because the Warden is busy hunting down Morgan in Witch Hunt. They probably received the offer to do stuff that happens in Awakening, and then just decline it, because it would take them away from Liliana, who pretty much wants to stay put at this point. So the offer to do this, Awakening, I think, involves us becoming a lord of a Grey Warden keep or something. And then there's this guy called the Architect who shows up, and some talking Darkspawn. And that's all I really remember. And there's the son of Arl Howe, I think. Is is a character, and we have Anders is in there, and Augur is in there, and there may be another character who I can't remember. There should be. I think there is one female character, if I remember correctly, but I'm not sure. She could be a recruit who doesn't survive the joining or something. I don't know. Anyway, we're not playing Awakening tonight. We're playing, and I'm not sure if we're playing it again later. Because I'm eager to. I remember just being so tired of the gameplay of Origins that I skipped ahead to Inquisition. Because the time I didn't feel like playing Dragon Age 2. Now I feel like playing Dragon Age 2, so we're gonna kind of marathon it. But anyway, because Witch Hunt is the most relevant to our imported save. Speaking of which, we can technically import Melody too. Advanced? Oh, that's it. That's just selecting the particular save, so we can actually like, import them from any point, even before we actually beat it. For elf, female, Danish elf, rogue. And I would hope that our the other details, although. Okay.
Flemeth once told me that temptation lies in the forbidden.
I figured Doc is with us.
Do not
In
follow
Awakening,
me,
and obviously
I
here
said.
too.
Harder words I have never spoken. Some doors should never be reopened.
Hey, Rabbit. So we have scouts, so I think the scouts for courtesy of the Queen. A scout saw a woman here. Do you think it's Morgan? Help me get a child back. Don't worry, we'll find Morgan, and we'll make her pay. We'll find Morgan, I promise. Oh, we have to rename the dog. For some reason. You could just take it from a save. I guess we leveled up again. And this is from before we leveled up. Yeah, this is before we leveled up. The save was. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if we ever. We might have had level up stuff for the dog. Let's do shred. This sounds coolest. I didn't even read the description. Yeah, the intention is obviously not to strictly to recover the child, which might seem to indicate that she's given birth at this point, which will line up with all of our backstory if that's true. Almost.
Oh, Anathara, you startled me. Of all the things to encounter in these wilds, I never expected one of our own. Have you news of the witch?
You mean Plymouth?
Actually, I'd hoped Flemeth might help me. I am tracking her daughter, Morrigan. You have heard of her, no?
What if I know I'm going to kill her? What do you know about Morgan?
She is a witch who has something that belongs to our people. And I came to recover it. And you? Has Morrigan wronged you as well?
Oh, okay. Well, I think we play this closer to our chest since the game obviously wants us to establish whether we want to kill her or screw her. We're either gonna say fuck her or I want to fuck her. Okay. Sorry, read through. This is an M-rated game, okay? I'm allowed to curse, especially if it's for a joke. She's kind of a friend, and I'm concerned for her.
A friend? Of all the words associated with a witch of the wilds, those are the last I expected. Perhaps you can reason with her then. Morrigan stole an ancient book my clan has guarded since the days of Arlathan. We were the only ones with such a piece of our history. Everything we once had, all legacy of our ancient magics, were stripped from us. First by the Tevinter Magisters, then by the Wretched Circle. And Morrigan took what little was left.
How do you know she stole it?
1 month ago, she visited our clan in the name of friendship, and took great interest in our history. She knew exactly what she was looking for. The Keeper allowed her to see the book. 2 nights later, it was gone.
What's so special about the book?
For almost 2,000 years, the Dalish people have been wanderers, a shadow of what we once were. This book, as much of a mystery as it is to us, is one of the only clues on how to reclaim that past. My keeper, Solon, says it was a treatise on something the ancients called Alluvian. The word is as old as the book itself, and its meaning has been lost, save perhaps to Morrigan.
We will not let her take our history. So what now?
Help me. We both want Morrigan, and we can aid each other. The Book of Alluvian was reclaimed for my clan by an elven mage who stole it from the Circle of Magi before
What do you mean,
defecting.
Alluvian?
And still other treasures remain with the Circle.
Alluvian,
Have you any
that's not the
standing to
whole
request
thing.
entrance? You said you were no longer with the people.
Some know me as Tim. Wait, no, that's wrong franchise. Actually, I'm not sure. Monty Python. Well, Monty Python is a franchise, so to speak. I left my clan to drain the Grey Wardens.
Then you are the one who slew the Archdemon? I knew
It
it
is
was one of
Archdemon.
our own, but I never expected to meet. They'll have to let us in. Masiranas, let us go immediately.
Nothing in here but her? Okay. Oh, really? So we do have all of our... We're gonna... get rid of the thing that killed the Archdemon. If you don't mind. Stamina draught. Okay.
Of course.
Concentrated death fruit. Did you just die? I think she just died. Seriously, dude. The very first thing. You crushed your arm. Penalty to damage. Okay, well. Delete everybody? No more shooting left behind? Okay, cool. Hopefully this doesn't take too long and we can, the circle tower. Okay, cool. Guess we're going there.
Welcome to Ferelden's Circle of Magi. Please, keep your hound under control. Some of the apprentices are easily startled. And I see you have a Dalish elf with you.
Is that a problem?
Look, I'm the hero of Ferelden, okay? Oh, you were talking about her. Aaron can be trusted.
What is that supposed to mean? Most Dalish are common thieves?
As you say, the Circle is glad to have you as a guest. As you can see, things are much changed from when you were last here.
Where's Gregor?
Gregor is in Denerim, attending to some important business. My name is Hadley. I lead the Templars in the Knight Commander's absence.
I should go. I need to go to the library.
If you're looking for a book,
I should
you
go
can
to the
start
library.
in the index section. As the Warden Commander, you and your guests are free to explore the first floor of the tower without an escort. Good day to you.
I see why Keeper Solon did not want me to come here. It is all too tempting to overturn the tight order of their little world.
I wonder if you can play a Daily Shelf magic user. That would be interesting. I think it would make some degree of sense. I think Meryl is technically a Daily Shelf magic user. At least they cleaned out the pile of filth in the corner.
Well, all right.
Have you heard the stories about the hero of Ferelden? Apparently, she once took on a lady pirate and 3 greased nugs. Between the sheets. No! I'll tell you about it later.
They know about Isabella? Or, I mean, we probably are known as being a bit of a supposed slanderer. Like with the polyamory mod, it's actually even more realistic that we would have rumors like that about us. Like it's possible that our relationship with Leanna is not entirely public because of just wanting to maintain some illusion of propriety. But we'd probably get around to some extent. Rumors and such.
I was not. Oh, all right, a little. You have to admit, it's tempting, right? All these mages, so complacent, thinking they're so important. You think I need to relax? Well, maybe.
You have a speak of animal spell? Give me a lot of new powerful items. Sandal?
Enchantment?
Not you again. I'll just be going now. What? Sandal, what are you doing here?
Enchantment! Hello, doggy.
Sandal is staying at the tower for a while. The Tranquil are evaluating his enchanting abilities and learning a lot from him, surprisingly.
Where's Dagna? Be awesome if we could actually meet Dagna here. But she may have already moved on, or she may be able to something. I don't think I ran into her again. It may have been because I didn't come in here in the right time, or I just didn't look hard enough.
Enchantment!
Yes.
What was Bodan?
Bodan is trading in Redcliffe. If you're interested in his goods, I believe Sandal has some of them to offer you.
I'd like to buy something. Not enchantment. Well, we have... I'm going to give us the maximum amount. Cool. I'm doing it the wrong direction again. Damn it. Of all the things to... I stopped playing the game for one day. I take the same amount of time that I usually do. More or less. And, suddenly... I don't think I run low on stamina very often. I mean, it's possible that that's going to be more of a mechanic here. Well, I just gained her back all over equipment. Are we comparing it to what we already have? Or do we need to re-equip these things? Excuse me. Yep. Okay. They already have an enchantment on them. Oh, we can enchant our armor now. Cool. We still have Morgan's ring on us. Which maybe we shouldn't. But because it means that she could see us coming. But maybe that wouldn't be so bad. It would only be fair. It's also possible that, you know, she only...
Enchantment?
I should buy something first. I might need another... I'm beginning to want to party use the magic user currently. And I don't think, at least in the base game, I never really needed to use them. And I keep Duncan's dagger on me for now. Oh, okay. This is basically a respec book, which we don't really need, so... Like runestone, so you already have some ability to, like, craft. Enchantment?
Enchantment?
Yes. Enchantment! Not sure. I'm not sure a master expert provider more.
Enchantment?
Need to buy something. You don't need to do that every time. Grandmaster Reservoir Rune. Grants willpower. Grandmaster Immunity Rune. This is our entire inventory, so I don't have anything else we can tell you. Or it's either novice or grandmaster. That's the there's nothing in between. There's the diligence rune, endurance rune, implication, evasion. Okay, so I have to earn some more money.
And so I shall. Well, all right. Look at all these books. I've never seen so many.
I'm starting to seriously wonder if we'll be able to do this in one night.
Is that a purebred Mabari? I wish I had one. They should allow pets in the tower.
Don't you remember the Dragonling disaster? There's bits of Ivan still burnt onto the ceiling on the 3rd floor.
I'm talking about common pets. Dogs, cats, rats, owls, that sort of thing.
We're just being a little annoying.
You, Hound. You think you could sneak up on the mage over there? How high do you think he'd throw those things if he turned around and saw you looming over him? Oh, lighten up. This place is like a tomb. A few surprises would be good for them. Warden, your dog is lecturing me again.
Index A for F.
Of course.
A catalog of elven ruins. Book is in the mysterious artifacts section. Where is the mysterious artifacts section? Switch up Apprentice Storms. The potent medicine section. Mysterious artifacts section. Okay. There we go.
Lovely.
A catalog of elven relics. Book is written in ancient dialect that you cannot read. But what now?
I recognize the character on this page. I think it makes up part of the word Illuvian.
It's Elvish, but I can't read much of it.
Neither can I. This is a library, isn't it? Perhaps another book could help us translate this.
Okay. Dang it, my eye is getting weird. It just stings for no reason. One of my hairs brushed against it, or a bit of dust. I might have protect possession. You got oddities around it. Kindling the flame. Working horrors of a deep. And these sound like translation guides. Raising nugs. Restorative drops. Seeing behind sight. Advanced scrying for mages. The sword and the staff. Okay, cover the eye that has. This is the last one. Well, waking nightmares and torment under the bridge. Brilliant waking vomit. There, translating elven languages. Looks in the history section. School of entry. The creature section. Now that my eye is feeling better. History. It's annoying, this kind of busy work. There's no real combat, there's no...
Don't gawk. I hear they cut out your eyes for staring at their tattoos.
They do not.
They do. I read it somewhere.
Don't believe everything you read, do you?
I read it on the internet. Translating Elven languages. We need to go back to the book. We need to take it with us.
They found the body of the Templar who went after those apostates near Highever.
Micah.
It's terrible. They say he was posted.
There's actually a quest arrow on it. Using the translation book, you locate the chapter on the Luvian.
Oh, who let a dog in here?
Who let the dog out?
Careful!
You're in my light.
You look, like you could probably squash me like a gnat, but I can't sit by while you mishandle innocent tomes. You're bending the book too much. It'll crack the spine and cause the pages to fall out.
It's
Just
not
take it
made by
easy.
Wizards of the Coast.
Dizzy.
Although in Wizards of the Coast defense, they did give me a... They did ship me a replacement copy free of charge without even asking me for the original pack. So... And a Magic the Gathering box, of all things. It didn't actually have many Magic the Gathering cards in it. It was just, well, I guess they had an extra box they used to ship them, and they... Anyway. Boring story. Are you familiar with this book?
I've used it, but I don't know it by heart. Browsing the chapter on the Illuvians. No one's actually found one, you know.
You know
Well, I
what
found one.
Lilian is?
But I don't know it
It's
wasn't
a little
Olivia
visual
yet,
seeing
so
glass.
spoilers.
Mirror.
I've encountered an elven mirror before. What else do you know about this?
Illuvian isn't just any mirror. It's a special kind. When the Imperium sacked Arlathan, they took these mirrors and tried to unlock their power. But all they could use them for was communication over long distances.
That is not nothing. I've encountered a mirror like
You've
that.
seen one with your own eyes.
It was tainted by the blight. It had to be destroyed.
Even broken, it could be used to find the others. No, don't get ahead of yourself, Finn. You have to be sure.
What? What do you know?
This is so exciting. We have to get to the repository. Hadley has the key. Come on.
He's our fourth party member. What'd you just do? Why do my face all tingly all over? Why is it following me around? I'm assuming we're moving forward. We're not going this way. Okay, cool. We're going over there. Cool. I just saw I think a YouTube short about how
You hear what's going on up in Kirk?
one VTuber like revealed her real voice.
Look, Finn, he fetched me a flower.
Weldon fled there in the blight.
Oh, how thoughtful. It's very pretty. Slobbery, but pretty.
No one is getting in. They heard what happened. You should just tell him to fetch a Morrigan. It would save us a lot of trouble.
Why is my area around my eye twitching now? Not twitching. Itching. That's totally different from twitching. Hello again.
Hadley! Just the man I was looking for.
Not looking very hard, were you? I'm always here.
Good one. So I need to go into the repository.
No.
No? Why not? I'm not some drooling apprentice.
It's because of me, isn't it?
No. The Sentinels have been behaving erratically, so the repository is locked for everyone's safety.
Oh, well then. Sorry for bothering you.
I'm a Grey Warden. Hero for Alden, you may have heard me. Is something I can do?
I would certainly like to see the situation resolved, but I would hate to put you in danger. The repository isn't crucial to the daily functioning of the Circle, so we've left it until we can spare more men.
Always something to be killed, and I'm the one to do it. I'll help with this.
Oh, very well. It's your necks. But before you go, what's so important down there?
The statue. It knows things about Tevinter, and I need to speak to it.
All right. Be careful and keep the mess to a minimum.
You know that talking to inanimate objects is a sign of insanity.
Not when it talks back.
You think the statue talks to you?
Cancel him and
It
understand.
wasn't always a statue. You'll see.
Sorry, some VTuber who, like, used kind of a high cutesy voice, and then actually ended up becoming more popular when they used their normal voice. And the thing is, I'm somewhere in between. Also, I've been using my normal voice for a very long time when I streamed.
Shoo!
You have to give him something. You can't just say fetch and expect him to retrieve random things.
Why not? Once heard of someone with a really smart Mabari who would run off and fetch things like cake. I think this one's broken.
But I didn't get many viewers. Or followers or anything when I was just doing cam streaming. I haven't also been attracting many viewers when I've been VTubing, so... maybe I do need to use a super high cutesy voice! Let's go find Bob again! Yeah! Where are we going? In the basement? I think it might actually be in the basement. It might actually be in the basement!
Ariane. Does your name mean anything in Elven?
Blessed creators, why does everyone ask that of people from other cultures?
Oh, I didn't mean...
What about you? Are you named after an honorable fish's appendage?
Well, Florian Phineas Horatio Aldebrand Esquire was a bit of a mouthful. And I was tired of the other apprentices calling me Flora.
I'm Melody. My name means a tune. Okay, cool. We finally get to see the basement. We finally get to see the basement. Wow. Okay, I'll stop. Just after I got top viewers. Of course, it blocked because the term viewers is blocked. Which seems to catch most of the spam. a number of cutesy voices I could use.
Deal with the rest of the rips in the veil if we can.
I could use my cutesy life solution. I don't know that. I'm not sure that's cutesy. It's more like I mean, it's what I use for some RPGs. Like, oh, never. Like, I really have to experiment to, like, find, like, both a cutesy voice I can do, and more importantly, a cutesy voice that I can sustain. So I think if it was too high, it would hurt my throat after a while.
The prison is breached. I see the encroaching darkness.
The encroaching darkness.
It does talk.
Hello?
The shadow will consume all.
What are you talking about?
A hunger, a cage, a yawning void. Help me.
Something is causing it distress. The tears in the veil, most likely. The statue's useless until we mend the veil.
We gotta find a veil bender, a mend veiler. Solace, where are you? Where's the Inquisitor when you need her? We just kicked the veil in the groin. That mended it. We had to like damage them to a certain extent before looking. We just tail them in there a little bit. Not it. There's them. Aren't fail towers supposed to be green? I think if I referred to this voice as anything, it would be my super nerdy voice. Well, actually, I can make it nerdier. It's kind of an Steve Urkel voice, really. Did I do that? Oh, poop. Cheating! Hey! Don't interrupt the lady with her cheating! Heck. Really? Sure she isn't injured. Okay, cool. Her survivability has increased. Somehow. It's the very first encounter we had. Made a very great first impression. Tracking my cursor again. I don't even look into whether that Stargate Chief supports the controller. That's the source for on PC. I know that Dragon Age does not have native. It's not have native.
That's the last of them. The Sentinels should stop trying to kill us now. Let's get back to the statue.
No. Wrong. I think I remember that Dragon Age 2 is more consoleized in terms of this gameplay. Like, more action RPG than, I'd say like every other game in the series is more action RPG. Whereas, like, Inquisition kind of is the hybrid, I'd say. Whereas Vanguard is pretty much all the way action RPG.
Let me just get this again. Your name is Florian Phineas.
Horatio Aldebrandt, Esquire. Can't forget the Esquire. Father insisted.
Did your parents hate you?
No, they adore me. In fact, I'm sure my name is a result of overwhelming love replacing good sense.
I am the spirit of Eleni Zenobia, once consort and...
Advisor to Archon Valerius, blah blah, fall of the house. Yes, we've been through that.
Finn. Greetings.
You two have a close relationship?
We've conversed before, on the Imperium. It's hard to get answers out of it. Requires parsing all the grandiose mumbo-jumbo. We know where a broken Illuvian lies. Can it still be used to find the others?
Scry, the broken glass dagger shard will be your key.
And do you know how scrying works?
In theory, I haven't done much of it.
The lights of Arlathan will illuminate the Scryer's path. The Archons possessed them, but they were misused, befouled, and lost. like so much the Imperium touched. Some were saved, carried by fugitives from the Elven city. Their sorrow awoke the stone, and her children sheltered them. They found a sanctuary in the deep halls of Cadhalash, now known as Kadash. There the lights of Arlathan lie, shielded from unworthy eyes.
We'll have to find those lights.
The lights of Arlathan. This statue would be a treasure unmatched for my people. Yet the mages keep it here like old junk.
Deep halls of Catalash. Must mean a dwarven tike.
Goodbye, Finn. We will not speak again.
I remember what the term I'd use for
What's that
What's her
supposed to
face?
mean?
For Urian. She definitely has a persecution complex. As an elf, I would not blame her. In this setting, I would not blame her for having a very strong persecution complex.
So
I
I
think it
shall.
said we wouldn't talk again. Oh, I'm not going to die, am I? Hello?
I think maybe she doesn't want to talk again. So anyway, I have some ideas. I'm not sure how much of them are from us having played this and seen it played a couple times before. I mostly remember how it ends, and as I'm playing it, I remember the steps along the way. Like, they feel familiar. That should give me a pretty good idea of where I stand on blind versus unblind playthroughs. But I have ideas.
Now, mage, tell us what's going
Oh.
on.
The Alluvians are linked, all of them. If you have one, you can find the others, if they still exist. But the one you know of is broken and corrupted. So we need something else to amplify the magic.
The lights of Arlathan.
Yes.
How can this help us find Morrigan?
Morrigan is interested in the Alluvians. We find them, we find her.
Let me come with you. I can help. Please. I thought the mirrors were all destroyed. I can't pass up this chance at actually finding one.
Hadley agrees to it.
I had permission to leave the tower to continue my research some time ago, but I never had the opportunity till now. I guess there's always a first time, huh? I'm sure I have a map to Kadash Tag somewhere in my books. I'll find it on the road.
Anyway, I have ideas of reasons why Morgan left us. But they're all just theories. Gate!
Thank you for dealing with the situation in the repository. The Circle owes you. Oh, and make sure Finn behaves himself out there.
Oh, you're like my mother. Stop it. Dog, what do you call that which covers a tree?
What do you call a texture that is abrasive? Good boy. Really smart.
I'm not sure I like the deep roads. Fewer darkspawn than expected, but it feels like we're being watched.
By Darkspawn.
Why did we stop? Is this Kadash Taig?
Carry on?
This is it, according to the maps.
Right, so I've been going through my old notes.
And
I came across this footnote. Apparently, the elves would magically conceal relics of great significance, thus shielding them from unworthy eyes. And given what the Tevinter did, I'd say they count as unworthy.
You don't say.
like the artifact under this enchantment.
That's my hypothesis. But they
My
might just be
game
buried in the ground too. Actually, that's very likely. It looks like Kadash Taig was built on the ruins of Katalash. The lights of Arlathan could be miles below us.
I liked the other theory more.
If the elves concealed the relics with magic, only the blood of their kin will reveal them. Ariane, we need your blood.
What?
What about my blood?
Why me? The Warden's Dalish too.
Grey Warden blood is different. It wouldn't work. It has to be you, Ariane.
It's gotta be you. Please, may help us.
You share the same blood as the Arlathan elves, so you're the only one this enchantment might recognize.
Fine. Just because
Enchantment!
a few drops.
I'll be gentle. My spell will reveal vortices of magic. Standing in them should allow us to see the energy being drawn to the relics, which will lead us to them. Once we reach the influence of the lights of Arlathan, Ariane's blood will unveil them. But we have to be close.
All the pronunciations of words are completely different in Velgard, aren't they? Like it's not. They're alluvians, not alluvian. It's Arlafan, not Arlafan. It's Leviosa, not Leviosa. No loot? Dang it. This is a pretty cool looking dungeon. I think we like keep on clicking on things multiple times even though I don't need it.
Interesting. This carving over here is an old dwarven dialect. If you find more writing like this, I could probably translate it.
You stop every few beats to have you translate something.
A magical vortex. We can use it to reveal the energy flowing towards the lights of Arlathan. Do you see it? Can you follow the path? I always thought dwarves must be dull without magic. But this place is amazing.
Keep on going along the path. The only path we can take.
think something's here.
Of course.
Oh, Guardian! What that word on the scroll meant. Lights of our Lathan are old lanterns. I didn't realize the statue was capable of being literal.
And you can.
I should study Dwarven history when I return.
I'm thinking that maybe like you could chalk up the pronunciations between a Perellan dialect and like a Vinter dialect or something like that.
Ooh, what's that?
They're
Of some kind, possibly.
emphasizing different syllables.
That later.
Well, all right. Strange to think of the dwarves giving shelter in this darkness to the elves who fled earlier.
I have a good feeling about this.
Oh. I have a bad feeling about this.
Here.
Away with you! Of course.
Torches. Let's see.
I see.
Huh.
Lovely.
Hindsight, we should have expected resistance like this. Two lanterns. We just need a couple more.
It's like standing in a field of stars. And they're showing us the way.
Pretty confident that the Witch Hunt was released after Awakening, so it has a lot of mechanics.
You don't
From
seem to be
Awakening.
that pleased to be out of the tower, Finn. I thought most mages wanted to be free.
Why? Just to be outside? Do you see this splotch here on my robe? That's mud. There's no mud in the tower. I miss being cozy and dry. Those carvings, the masonry. Look at the craftsmanship on...
Finn!
Sorry.
Save the game again. Where is me being better about auto-saving?
Oh, I bet there's one here. Yes?
Oh, what we could do if we hadn't lost this magic? I wish we could question these ancients instead of killing them.
As you desire.
It's true then. A small group of elves took refuge here.
That was disappointing. My people could not have been comfortable hiding under so much strain.
Hello?
So you've never been outdoors? Till now?
I have been. I just don't care much for it. We had to do stretching exercises. I felt sweaty.
So I shall.
And I'm caring less and less about the party banter.
Luckily, it didn't last long. One day, an apprentice made a break for it. Jumped off the dock and started swimming to the shore. The Templars couldn't jump in after him. Not with the armor on. Finally found him a week later. This is like playing hide and seek.
Here we are.
Really?
Here it comes.
I'm so suspect about every time in the game. Quick save, auto save. Even though like it's literally just regular. It is literally just feather about auto saving. A regular checkpoint.
We have 4 lights of Alathan. I hope that's enough. We still need the shard of the Eluvian, though. Let's head to the Elven Ruins when you're ready.
I have to see just how short this TLC is. I'm hoping it's relatively short. It's about only about like 24 minutes before midnight. I usually turn in, so. Let's see how much enchantment we can do. Dude just moves here just to bow at us.
Enchantment?
Why are you doing that? These are probably more useful if you're like playing on harder difficulties, but we're not so. Ghastly hat. Aren't all hats in this game ghastly? Monkey community. Huh. Cover that head of yours.
Enchantment?
It stops something. I definitely know why he just walks into the frame, bows at us, and then leaves. Enchantment?
Enchantment?
Enchantment!
Enchantment!
Enchantment. Enchantment, enchantment. Enchantment. Grandmaster better upgrade. Okay.
Enchantment?
I have no idea what that's about. Why do we need to see him bow? Yeah, got all the help hoaxes. You know, we probably don't need them all. So, better to have them and not need them than need them and not have them. Now swords are unfugitive. Unlimited power. There we go. Infinite power, then that doesn't sound right.
That ring. You play with it often.
Oh, cool. Someone gave it to me a long time ago.
A ring is a significant gift. In human cultures, does that not mean...
It allowed it to track me, that's all.
Track you? A curious thing to want. Does it allow you to find her in return?
I feel her sometimes, but I don't know.
She has such a hold on you. We'll find her. You have my word. The ancient Alluvian will be our key. If you hate the outside so much, why come with us?
Couldn't pass up a chance to learn more about the ancient elves and the mirrors. Besides, the company is good.
Thanks.
I met the dog.
Thank you, game. But still not scary at all.
This is going well.
These people were very sick before they died. Irabellus, Lethalin.
You don't think it's contagious, do you?
Well, all right. Of course.
One way to check that trap. We're very good at detecting traps. Could be. There. One interesting thing okay, wait. After I finish fighting, even though I could probably just talk while we're fighting. It's a little loud, so one interesting thing about Morgan leaving us is that I think it makes more... I think I'll say it right now, anyway. Is that I think it makes more sense when you take into account, perhaps ironically, the polyamory mod. And ignore the fact that, like, she is very possessive of us, unless you just ignore those scenes or mod the game a little further to eliminate those scenes, or she expresses jealousy and possessiveness. And I personally kind of worked around them a little bit, rather than completely discounting them. I think I also said alluded to when I was playing. Okay, well, they're fighting again. I think I alluded to the idea that, like, in terms of like what I'm doing with modding in
Well, all right.
the ability to be polyamorous and to effectively make all the characters player sexual. Like I think I say that, like, player sexuality, from where I'm standing, it isn't as, generally speaking anyway, it isn't quite as important to the story, or I mean, interesting to the story as whether or not a character is receptive to polyamory, or I guess how receptive they are to the idea of polyamory. Because, like, whether or not they're capable of being attracted to the player is more of a limiting factor than anything. It means that, like, you have to play, like, if you want to romance the straight ladies, you have to play as a man. If you want to romance the straight men, you have to play as a woman. If you want to romance the lesbians, you have to play as a woman. Like, you know, like you're in Inquisition, you have to play, like, if you want to romance Solus, you have to play as an elf. Specifically. Like, they Inquisition is probably, like, the most detailed preference-based restrictions of all the BioWare games I've ever played.
I can feel its history, and its malevolence. I'm sorry to bring you back here.
Where it all started. Everything.
If you could go back, would you? Would you turn down being the hero of Ferelden?
Well, everything happens for a reason.
Irabellas, this must be hard for you.
With the shard and the lights of our Lathan,
Not
we
really.
should be able to scry for an unbroken mirror. This looks like a suitable place to do the ritual. We can start whenever you're ready.
We kind of miss Meryl, but
Here we go!
we probably wouldn't trade anything out of the limit for anything. Especially Liliana. I don't know. Morgan's a little more complicated. Even then, like, it wouldn't have. Well,
What a
very.
mess.
Having met Morgan, like, even if we never get to see her again, or even if she doesn't, or even if we see her again and she rejects us.
Well, all right.
Oh, hey, hello.
Oh, hello. More shades, okay.
Oh, am I bleeding? Oh, look, a rip in my robe.
What happened
Goodbye.
to Ariane? Give us your blood. Who cares if it hurts?
It's my blood. That's different.
Don't be such a baby.
Oh, sorry. I've pinpointed another Illuvian. It's in the Dragonbone wastes. The Tevinters probably moved it there to see if the ancient dragon bones could enhance the Illuvian's power.
What do we do when we're there?
Examine the mirror. It might give clues to what Morrigan's doing. If she's looking for the Illuvians as well, she might even be there. Shall we?
I guess that's probably we're going to leave off for the night. It might be the very last stage, but I don't know. What? It was an award for Borderlands 4. From the Navy, I don't own Borderlands 4, so. Okay, it takes 1.5 to 2 hours to complete, including a trek for the Dragonbone Waste. Okay, this is the last area of the game, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and be it taking however long it takes to beat it. We're just over 2 hours, so this is probably gonna be.
We're here. Keep your eyes open for dragons. And mirrors.
There's a dragon! Skeleton. Lots of dragon bones out here in the Dragonbone Waste. There's dragon cultists. What is this, Skyrim? We're all leveled up.
Worshiper before? Not much for small talk, are they?
Why would anyone worship a dragon?
Dragons are big, powerful, and they breathe fire. Some people are easily impressed.
We're working on Constitution. Why should make ourselves a ranger? We add rune crafting, even though like. We'll check out some of the Answer is 42. And she's a warrior, basically. She is a warrior. He's the shapeshifter. What else can he be? Turn into a giant spider. Guess we need to. What the heck? Really?
I think I hit it!
Battle awaits. Well, all right. I am not ready. For the Dalish!
You can get another trick scale. You know that one day with.
And so I shall.
That's probably what they're using for, kind of exploiting for, allowing us to have a Mabari pan with us. Using the, pet mechanic.
Is that?
Yeah, have a Dracolich
Of our
somewhere.
Terrell? It can't be. They're only legends. It is said they were rock and
Not
tree,
Dracolich.
wind and rain, given form and breath by the elven gods to protect their people.
To protect their people? Then why does it look like it's going to eat you?
Because it's the big boss. Really? You killed our dog! Fortunately, we have a backup. Okay, boy? Pop in. Our one hard save. I mean, technically she is our bae, like, because Liliana was a little more of a slow burn.
The Eluvian. And it's glowing. We should...
I think she's expecting you. Ask her about our book.
No further, please. One more step and I leave. For good this time.
How do you do, Morgan?
I assume you know what this is. I have gone to great lengths to find and activate this portal. Give me reason and I use it, and you will not be able to follow.
Why haven't you left if that's true?
I remained because I sensed your approach. You kept the ring. Tell me, why did you come?
Your friends want Morgan.
So you chase me all this way to offer help? I will never understand you, and you will never understand me.
I hope each other once even so.
Yes, I suppose we did. I would not even know where to begin explaining.
What is your plan? Like now?
My plan is to leave and prepare the child for what is to come. Such preparation requires time and power. I must have both if I am to be successful. More than this, I dare not say, even to you.
Don't accuse her of betraying us. Would you care to tell me where our child is?
He is safe and beyond your reach. All you need to know is that the child is an innocent. He knows nothing of the destiny that lies before him.
No more question.
Then allow me to provide you a warning. 'Tis Flemeth you should beware of, not me. Hunt her if you hunt anyone.
I'm here to talk about your mother.
And yet talk we must. I thought I knew what Flemeth planned. I thought what she craved was immortality, and yet I was wrong. So very wrong. She is no blood mage, no abomination. She is not even truly human. The ritual was but a means to an end, a herald for what is to come.
Well, what's going to happen?
Change is coming to the world. Many fear change, and will fight it with every fiber of their being. But sometimes, change is what they need most. Sometimes, change is what sets them free.
Is that what you want? Be free?
What I want is unimportant now. I cannot tarry longer. The time has come for me to go.
Let me come with you.
I wish that were possible, but you do not know what you ask. I cannot allow you to make that sacrifice. There is one last thing I must tell you, if you will allow me. I left you a gift. The Dalish book is there, and something you will find of great interest. Goodbye, my friend.
The fuck? Is it glitched? Go to hell! Don't saving the game! Does it not recognize a romance for a frickin' woman? Okay, I hope we still have the options. They said we were friends once. Do I need to find like a deal, like a thing specifically for this?
Yang. And it's glowing.
Ask her about it.
One more step and I leave. For good this time.
Okay, we tell her that we still love her and... Frickin' hell! I'm playing for all this and going in overtime! Is there some kind of mod that I need to be applied physically to? Excuse me. It might be too late. I might replay the entire damn thing. Okay. There's no optional file for Witch Hunt. I mean, look in the description. Okay, you must import after you killed the archdemon, which we did. I chose to save from after we killed the archdemon. Okay, use a save from just before the final battle. Other ones, if you're using multiple romance mods, don't be very buggy. Clean install, if only a simple equal up mod. I don't freaking know. For frick's sake, can we frickin'... Of course not! Of course frickin' not!
I assume I have... Give me reason and I use it, and you will not be able to follow. Tell me, why did you come? I will never understand you, and you will never understand me. I would not even know where to begin explaining. He is... All you need to know is that the child is an innocent. More than this, I dare not say. 'Tis Flemeth you should beware of, not me. Hunt her. My mother has tricked her way past death and more. She is no more finished than I am. I thought I knew what and the ritual was but a means to an end. A herald for... I cannot tarry longer. The time has come for me to go.
Not to do this alone, Morgan.
I wish it were not so. But I do. There is one last thing I must tell you. If you will allow me. I left you...
Oh my god. She's calling me a friend! We've been friend-zoned! The mods frickin' friend-zoned us! Great. How do we frickin' enable the damn console? Of course you did. I'm shaking. I am shaking right now. Oh my god. I need to. This is for Ultimate Edition. True in the backslash. Add this. I had to open up the file key bindings on I. Okay, the documents folder. Because of course, I have to go to 2 different frickin'. Okay, where do we go? Open console. I have no idea if this is gonna fucking work. And since we're not running the game through the launcher, I don't know about whatever. Well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and we're just gonna have to use the keep about actually watching the damn cutscene. Or we're going to try and find a save editor, which is going to take an entire other day. Why are we not on the...
Ask.
One more step and I leave. For good. I have... Give me reason and I use it. And you will not be able to follow. Tell me, why did you come?
All this damn work for something to frickin' go wrong with a damn... Gonna see if it's possible to edit the save and find how easy it's gonna be to find the damn romance flag and figure out what's How do I find... It wouldn't be under Melody 2. I don't think. Okay, about to meet May. Party. Melody? Okay, we could... Inventory, we can... Damn it, freaking hell. Because the name is Tim. It's GFF4 editor. Okay, I want to use the same editor. I don't want to freaking... I use the version 4.0 editor. Okay. Game state. Thank you. Well, timer. Story so far. Oh my god. Matt? I have no freaking clue how to do this. I can't use the console commands. I already used the multiple romance mod! It's the whole reason it's broken! Everyone's recommending fucking mods! Mods are the reason why everything is freaking broken in the first place! There's approvals. Look at that. Save game. That property. Okay. Not sure if that's gonna work. Well, look. In party list. Save game party pool members. Plot manager? Okay, a bunch of freaking numbers. Yep, that's it's a bunch of numbers that mean fucking nothing. And there's party pool members. Let's try the ones that are already in the game. There's Dog, Arion, and Finn. Great. There's no freaking guide to where the freaking. Thanks for watching! Hope you like, comment, subscribe. Whatever. I am very pissed off right now. I just wasted my frickin' time. It's almost 1 o'clock in the damn morning. You're staying up to the dead of night playing a frickin' DLC that doesn't even get me the outcome I wanted. And why? Because something went wrong with the mods and it doesn't know how to frickin' carry over the damn flags for the Morgan romance. So now we just been friend zoned by a glitch. I mean, we could change it possibly with the. I don't know if editing the damn save for Inquisition is going to be any easier or harder to try and do impossible scenarios. But yeah, spoilers. If the romance thing was working, we could actually pass through her into the mirror and have a particular dialogue with her. But we can't have my dialogue with her because she says she's just a friend. Because she says she's just a friend, even though she's got what we need. Bye-bye.